Prayers do not change the world, but prayers change people, and people change the world. Many people know they are unhappy, but even more people don't know they are happy. The more kind a person is, the less he notices the bad in people. The future comes slowly, the present flies, and the past stands still forever. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. The reading of all good books is like a conversation with the finest minds of past centuries. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. If you love something so much, let it go. If it comes back, it was meant to be. If it doesn't, it never was. The most harmful thing is wanting to avoid mistakes. Happiness is nothing more than good health and a bad memory. The lack of young men is that they think they are more happy or unhappy than they really are. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become, and the same is true of fame. Whoever attaches a lot of value to the opinions of others pays them too much honor. Happiness is the only thing that doubles when you share it. You should be careful not to form a very favorable opinion about a person at first acquaintance. Otherwise, in most cases, you will have to be disappointed. If you own something you cannot give away, then you don't own it. It owns you. Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. In the hopes of reaching the moon, men fail to see the flowers that blossom at their feet. The clever are not so much looking for loneliness as they avoid the fuss created by fools. Willpower is to the mind like a strong blind man who carries on his shoulders a lame man who can see. Don't tell your friend what your enemy shouldn't know. If they gossip about you, it means that you are enough not only for yourself, but also for others. A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom, for it is only when he is alone that he is really free. The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. He who is cruel to animals becomes hard also in his dealings with men. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. The most educated person is the simplest one. The busier we are, the more acutely we feel that we live, the more conscious we are of life. An optimist is a person who sees a green light everywhere, while a pessimist sees only the red stoplight. The truly wise person is colorblind. An evil person cannot be happy, for being alone with himself, he remains alone with the villain. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. No one can construct for you the bridge upon which precisely you must cross the stream of life. No one but yourself alone. If you punish a child for what is bad in reward for what is good, then he will do good for the sake of profit. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. The further the date of redemption is postponed, respond to critiques with accomplishments. An intelligent person always hides three things about himself: his weaknesses, his sources of wisdom, and his true aspirations. The results of the voyage does not depend on the speed of the ship, but on whether or not it keeps a true course. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. No price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. There is always some madness in love, but there is also always some reason in madness. Without music, life would be a mistake. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed.